For more on the deed done, we say hello and welcome to CBS Sports MLB insider and host of the Nothing Personal podcast, David Samson. David, always a pleasure. Let's start with this unreal wild card matchup. The Red Sox, the Yanks, both take care of business in game 162, so the rivals going to meet in the wild card game. Looking back at these last 7 months, David, ups and downs for both of these ball clubs, what are we in store for when they had another chapter, one of the most storied rivalries in all of sports on Tuesday?
Well, you've got Garrett Cole ready to go. He was signed for this very reason. When you have an elimination game and you're the New York Yankees, you want Cole on the mound. Foreign substances or not, he's signed to win a big game. Then you've got the Red Sox back in the playoffs for the first time since 2018. They've got a pesky team that can win games, and they get to host. It should be noted that the Yankees struggled with the Red Sox in the beginning, but certainly toward the end of the season, they had the upper hand. After all of the crazy tiebreaker scenarios in the American League, we've got Yankees-Red Sox one more time Tuesday night.
Yeah, it plays out about as cut and dry as it could here on Sunday, the final day of the season. On the NL side of things, David, simple math going to tell you that 107 is, in fact, greater than 106. The Giants holding off the Dodgers' best efforts, and it only took a franchise record number of wins to claim that first division title since 2012. Sunday was really a perfect picture of the entire season in San Francisco. The Giants doing everything and then some. What they've accomplished is remarkable, but David, do you regard them as the team to beat as they eye a divisional meeting matchup with either the Cardinals or those very Dodgers?
I assume that they were not as good as they've been in April, then May, then June, July, August, September.
You were not
alone.
alone.
All of a sudden they have 107 wins, and they just don't lose when they need to win. So in a 5-game series, do I think the Dodgers are a better team if they can get past the Cardinals? I do. Do I think the Cardinals are so hot that they could beat the Giants? I do. But every time I think that happens, it doesn't, and the Giants keep winning. I want to point out that when we were talking about the wild card within Major League Baseball in the commissioner's office, it never occurred to us that a 106-game winning team like the Dodgers would have to play in an elimination game. Owners were upset that their team would win 90 games and have to play in a 1-game elimination. The Dodgers owners must be despondent.
The common denominator between both of those clubs is Farhan Zaidi, who's been able to put together something really special with San Francisco. We do have to make note of some injury news here coming out of the LA side of things. Max Muncy, dealing with an elbow issue, will not play in this wild card matchup and could miss more time if this does go deeper. David, we know the Dodgers, if anybody in the big leagues is prepared to take on such attrition, it is them. They're deep. They have players all over the place that can fill this role, but how big of a blow is this for the Dodgers and their playoff hopes moving forward?
Listen, in a 1-game elimination, it really doesn't matter because you need someone to step up and get to Wainwright and win the game. But then you go to a 5-game series and a 7-game series, and Muncy really has been the best player on that team. And that injury looks like a hyperextended elbow to me. That's not a 1-day or a 1-week injury. That's a couple of weeks, in my opinion. Of course, I'm practicing medicine without a license. That said, the Dodgers are built with depth, and depth they will need. Does that mean that Pujols goes and plays first base every day in the playoffs? I still don't think so, but we'll wait to see.
David, it's going to be a whole lot of fun to watch it play out. It is no time for epilogue just yet, but at the very least, let's toast the 162 here. The year gave us an international two-way star, the emergence of some young studs, a sticky situation, as you alluded to there, a trade deadline for the ages. The arrow does seem to be pointing up for the game that we love. How would you put this last 7 months into words?
Well, it's been phenomenal, but I'd like to say I want that arrow to keep going through October, because after October, all we're going to be doing on the queue is talking about labor and collective bargaining. So we have one more month, and this is the greatest month in the baseball calendar. And this season with COVID, all the things that could have gone wrong, you're looking at a league that has so many stars who are so young, from Tatis to Guerrero to Juan Soto. Just look at up and down the MVP candidates. Ohtani. This is a great time for Major League Baseball. I'd love to see the Angels in the playoffs. Didn't happen. I'd love to see Tatis in the playoffs. Didn't happen. But I love the matchups. I love October, and we got a lot to talk about for the next 30 days.
And we will be breaking it all down with our guy, David Samson. David, thank you. Don't forget, there's only one place to be this postseason. That's with our guy, David Samson, on Nothing Personal. He offers up his unique point of view on all things baseball and beyond. Download, subscribe, and enjoy Nothing Personal with David Samson.
Want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.